What do we got?
Dr. Paul, we're gonna go see a bee sting.
Ooh. Hello. Hi, how you guys doing? Good. Oh shoot. My mask. Sorry. So, I'm guessing because of where that bee sting is. I had a bee sting on my foot one time. And I was walking in the lawn, and I think there was little weeds with clover or the little white flowers.
We have a whole backyard of them.
Yeah, and the bees are on the flowers, and I didn't realize it, and I stepped on the bee, and it didn't like it. And it went, poochum. So we're almost 24 hours into it. So we've got a little redness, probably silver dollar there, and then a little spread up this way slightly. How's he been acting?
He was favoring his foot, and then this morning I give him Benadryl. Yeah, it's less hot now. It was really hot earlier today.
Okay.
And it was a little more swollen up here. But with the Benadryl or ibuprofen, it's went down a bit.
I'm so glad you did that.
Well, your guys' advice.
Bee stings, there's the initial venom, right, that they inject that can cause local irritation. And then there's an allergic reaction to it as well, which is clearly because you had a response to the Benadryl and the ibuprofen. I think that speaks to the fact that this was mostly allergic, as opposed to what we didn't want to miss was infection. Right? And so, yeah, it's not that hot anymore.
Is there a risk for a more severe, reaction?
I don't think so. Now that it's responded to the Benadryl and the ibuprofen, I don't think we have to worry about it being infected. Because if it was an infection, it wouldn't have responded at all to those things. I mean, ibuprofen a little maybe, but for our viewers, you can see it's red. It's a little tight. Can we look at your other foot just to compare? So, you can see the difference. It's swollen, right? You can see that swelling there compared to this side. It's totally not swollen. So, and this is soft and this is somewhat firm. So we call that induration in medicine. So it's the tissue is sort of tense. That's the reaction from both perhaps the venom, but mostly the allergic response. Infection would do that as well, but I don't think it's infected just because it responded so nicely to your Benadryl. So I am putting little, does that feel funny? I'm putting marks around the border of the redness, so where the reaction is on this bee sting, so that if it's getting a lot worse, so if we're a half inch to an inch out and it's lots worse and it's not responding to the Benadryl anymore, then we're gonna maybe rethink that infection concept, right? And then of course if he gets fever or if you start, I don't expect it to pus out.
He had a fever earlier, but it was low grade, 100.8.
Okay. All right.
The Advil, I give him, I think it was Motrin, and definitely brought it down.
Yeah.
What are you checking for here?
So now I'm just checking, just in general, lymph nodes is what I was checking for right there. If you wanted to pick up some loratadine, which is Claritin, 5 milligrams a day. And then you've got your Benadryl as your backup. So you'll still do the Benadryl like you did before if needed. There is some increased risk that a future bee sting could be much worse. Possibly in an abundance of caution in that situation, you might have an EpiPen, something along those lines. But
do we need a prescription?
You would if we were going to go down that road. I honestly, if this is my kid, I'm not jumping to an EpiPen yet. Reasons to go to the emergency room with an allergic reaction or a severe reaction would be trouble breathing, trouble swallowing. Those would be kind of the big, whoa, we got to go to the ER kind of thing, right? Beyond that, it can wait. You can give us a call. High five. Good job, buddy. Okay, you did great. Awesome.
On the foot from clover. But then she called me back in the late afternoon and said, well, now he has a fever. The swelling is moving up towards the ankle, which is our protocol.
Yeah.
And I said, we need to see him. So then I went and looked at him. She came in. The swelling is not as bad. But she gave me Benadryl and ibuprofen.
Gotcha.
Think you can handle a bee sting?
I don't know. It's hard if the stinger's still in there. They got it out. We don't have no hardships for us today.
No hardships for us today.
Darn.